What's going on, everyone? We are back here for the Beyond the Bench podcast, and Nick has a little something for us.
That was because
So,
Christian and I did not
yeah,
win, nor did not make it to the fantasy chip. This is our first week of not
non,
really having.
yeah, fantasy football to talk about.
That's
This is our
crazy.
first non-fantasy football podcast.
That's crazy.
It's
It's been a
yeah, I
ride.
don't. It's been a ride.
It's been a ride.
So we got a little something new for you guys today. We're gonna have 3 different segments where we're gonna talk about. Today is only football. Next week's gonna be only football, and the week after is gonna be only football. After that, we're gonna switch over, as we've said before, to some other sports, more things to talk about. But for now, first thing I think we want to talk about is a race that has been very highly watched this season. There's been a lot of different people that have been the favorite for this award. And that's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Right now, Tyler Shuck is the favorite at -120 on FanDuel and DraftKings, I believe. Um, which, what do you think about that? I don't think he should be the favorite.
I don't think he should be the favorite either, but here's my reasoning. It's offensive rookie of the year. If a quarterback is thrown into the conversation, it's gonna alter the the odds a little bit because most of these rewards are quarterback favored, right? So
Right.
the fact that he's a quarterback and the fact that he's been playing very, very good football to the point where if I'm the Saints, I'm saying let's keep him for next year. I don't think we need to go out and draft another quarterback.
Yeah, they did. I
Um,
will say the Saints got lucky with that draft pick. They drafted
yes, they
really
did.
well. That was a very good pick for them. But I don't think that he should at least over Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, I think I was telling you the stats before. Jackson Dart in 3 more games than Shuck has thrown, I think, 100 or 200 less yards, but has the same amount of interceptions and 11 more total touchdowns because of the rushing touchdowns that he's had.
Mhm.
And I think he should be getting more consideration, at least similar to Shuck, because Shuck's -120 and Dart's or plus 2,200.
Right.
There shouldn't be that big of a gap there. Especially Emeka Egbuka really shouldn't be up there anymore.
No,
He's not
he
looked good.
listen. He had a good 5 weeks of the season, and then ever since that, he's been really not
Yeah,
good.
it, he really hasn't, and he should not be fifth in this ranking or contention for
Absolutely not.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now, what do you think about either Tet McMillan or Trevion Henderson?
In my personal opinion, I think Tet should win it. He's the only one out of every single rookie, other than Genty, that has played almost every single game. Tet has played every single game and has been consistent. He's not glamorous, but you know, he is a guy that he's obviously the Panthers' main wide receiver. He's a guy that can go up and make plays. I don't see the award going to anybody else simply because of the fact that he's the only one that I don't think has missed a game. Let me double check Genty, but I believe he did miss a game, at least one. I could be
So
wrong.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna just go over the stats. I think
Oh no,
so.
Genty has not missed a game.
So Tet is second in the rankings, and he's very close. He's plus 100, I think. So him and Shuck are very close. He needs 71 yards to break the 1,000-yard threshold this season. He has 7 touchdowns. He's averaging 4.1 receptions per game. And I do agree that he's probably who should be the favorite, but I think Trevion Henderson still has a sneaky chance to win this award.
This rookie award this year has been very, very weird
The rookie
because
class has been very weird. Like there's been a
right,
lot of
it's been up and down, and we haven't seen like usually if you like for the rookie of the year award, there's usually one guy that's like, you know,
right.
excelling.
Yep.
This year, they're all kind of in the same, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, 100%.
area of performance.
So, Travion has already passed 1,000 scrimmage yards. He has 858 rushing, 221 receiving. He has 8 touchdowns. And he's like plus 1,500. I don't think there should at least be that big of a gap
Mhm.
between him
No,
and Tet.
no.
And like I said, this year's rookie class has been so interesting. They've been so much better than last year's rookie class was. Like, okay, so everybody non-quarterbacks, Colin told me the stat a little while ago. Let's see if you actually, we're going to make this a game. Let's see if
Okay.
you can guess. Of every non-quarterback drafted last year in the draft, in their sophomore season this year, one player had over 1,000 scrimmage yards. Who was it?
Wide receiver?
No.
Oh, like it could be rushing and receiving or receiving?
Yeah, scrimmage could be rushing and
Yeah,
receiving
yeah, yeah.
combined.
That was drafted last year?
Drafted last year. I'll tell you the round he was drafted. He was drafted in the 4th round. You're not going to get it. There's no way.
Blake Corum?
It's like I was stunned. I didn't get it when
Who?
Colin told me. Tyrone Tracy is the only player from last year's draft class with over 1,000 scrimmage yards. Non-quarterback.
Wow.
Yep.
See, Blake Corum was a bad guess, but I figured he's been doing well
He's been
recently.
doing well lately, but no, yeah. So, and listen, Malik Neighbors got hurt. Marvin Harrison got hurt. Like, there's a lot of guys that got hurt,
Mhm.
but that's still crazy to me.
Yeah,
And
that Tyrone
Tracy,
Tracy.
the Scadaboo was there for I think
Mhm.
5 weeks where he was performing well. So, listen, last year's draft class clearly did not live up to the expectations that it
No.
had. And this year, who knows what's going to happen next year, but this year's rookie class has been extremely good. And even on defense, Carson Schlesinger is probably going to win the Browns linebacker. He's probably
Mhm.
going to win defensive rookie of the year. But it's the odds don't give it enough justice in how much of a toss up I think that this offensive rookie of
Vegas
the year is.
will make their odds whatever they want. In reality, I don't think it's correct. If Tyler Shuck wins Rookie of the Year, will I be mad? No. Do I think
As a
it's right?
Giants fan,
Also,
I
no.
might, just because
I don't
Dart
think Jackson Dart should win it. I
but
don't.
I don't either. But I think that he had a very similar season to Tyler Shuck, which is why I don't think he should win it. And like I said, Emeka shouldn't be up there. Genty shouldn't really be up. It's in my eyes, it's between Tet and Travion.
So, my reasoning against Travion is a little bit, out there, but he has been the starter for exactly half of the season. In
Right.
week 9, that is when he had his first really jump in carries and yards.
Mhm.
Well, week 8 really, but in week 9 he was much more productive with them.
Right. Because that was the week where Ramondre like fumbled a bunch.
Right.
Right.
So, and that's also when he fumbled a bunch. In week 8 he fumbled a lot too. He fumbled
Yeah, yeah,
once.
yeah.
That was actually the game where all 3 of their running backs fumbled. Anyways,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that
so
game.
he had a very good stretch from week 9 to week 15. That's including their bye, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks out of
Right.
an 18-week season. Now he's injured again, and and I think you're going to bring this up too, is that I don't think he's going to play this week.
I got to see who they're playing. I don't think it's yeah, they play the Dolphins and okay, so here's the thing is with the Patriots, they still have a chance at the number 1 seed.
Okay.
The number 1 seed is either going to be the Broncos, the Patriots, or the Jaguars, which is crazy.
Crazy.
I want to get we'll get to that in our last segment because I'm going to talk about Trevor Lawrence and yeah, the Jaguars have been really good. So it's between the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Jaguars. Broncos play the Chargers. That's a big game. That's a really good game. Who's the other team? The Jaguars play the Titans. So I think, and the Jaguars beat the Broncos, which means they have the
They had the
tiebreaker over the
tiebreaker, yep.
Broncos. I don't know who would have the tiebreaker if the Patriots lost to the Dolphins. Because if the Patriots lose to the Dolphins, all three teams will be 13-3. Patriots lose, Broncos lose, Jaguars win. They'll all be 13-3. Jaguars will at least be the 2
Mhm.
because they're above the Broncos. And the Broncos are above the Patriots. So I don't know how that would work, in all honesty.
I don't
But
know either. I mean, this week is going to play out very, very interestingly.
yeah, there's honestly some big games this week.
There's
More,
a
a lot
lot of
more than
big
last
games.
year.
A
Last year was
lot more
just
than
that
last year.
Lions Vikings game.
Yeah. Um, but moving on, like, was adding to my point about Travion is that
Mhm.
he only started half the year. Now he's injured, so he's only had 7 weeks maximum of real, you know, prime starting experience. You look at Tet on the other hand, and he hasn't been injured, he hasn't missed a game, he's started every single game, albeit 2 or 3 of those games it was kind of a dud. But if he breaks I'll say it like this: if he gets 1,000 yards this season, he should be rookie of the year.
Yeah, I completely agree. And so I found the scenario to where the Jaguars can get the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
They have the tiebreaker over the Patriots and the Broncos, which means they have to win and the other 2 lose, and they get that number 1 seed. But the crazy thing is, if the Jaguars lose and the Texans win the division. So
Oh,
the
okay,
Texans could still be that 3 seed. There's a lot
right.
of crazy scenarios going on this week.
There is, and it's a really it's a very interesting playoff race. I do have to
It
say.
really is. And listen, I think, and I keep saying I'm gonna talk about this more. I think the Jaguars have genuinely a chance at the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Super Bowl, we've said this almost every week. The Super Bowl this year is so open.
Mm-hmm.
There's just
Especially in the AFC.
so the thing with the Bills is that like there's just like there's something off about them, and I can't figure out what it is, but there is something off
It's
about them.
consistency. That's what's off
Yeah,
about
it's
them.
just they don't look right, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I don't even think they're going to make it. We'll
No, I
get
don't
to
think.
our playoff
Yeah,
predictions
next
next
week
week on location, but I
on
don't think
location.
the Bills are going to make it very far. Like,
My thing with the Bills is that you have a great, an all-time quarterback and an all-time running back. If Dalton Kincaid is injured, you don't have a receiving core. You don't.
Dawson Knox has stepped up a little
Dawson,
bit this year,
a little bit,
but
but
not
not
to the extent
enough.
of Kincaid.
Right, not enough. You have Keon Coleman that really hasn't done anything. Khalil Shakir, which will get you what, 50 yards,
Yeah, Shakir's
60
been
yards.
good, but not
But
good enough to
he
sustain as a wide receiver 1
right. And
with
then
Josh Allen at
you
quarterback.
have Tyrell Shavers, who's been crazy, like 1 catch a game
I
for
forgot
50
about him.
yards and he makes it. And then you have Brandon Cooks. That is not that is honestly, that is
No,
not a
it's
Super
not.
Bowl
Yeah,
winning
no.
receiver core. But then you go back to the teams that Brady had and the receivers that Brady had,
Hmm.
he didn't have anybody either.
No, not for long periods of time, at least.
Right.
Like he had Randy Moss a couple years, he had Wes Welker, but he didn't have them for long periods of time.
Right.
Um, kind of straight away from our conversation, but I do think that Tet should win Rookie of the Year, especially if he
Yeah.
crosses that 1,000-yard
Hmm.
threshold. And I think that game on Saturday is going to be a really good game.
So do I. I think it's gonna be
Um,
great.
huge playoff implications. Um, this game could lead to the Falcons Saints game having playoff implications, which is
Mm-hmm.
even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
2 teams that are eliminated from the playoffs having the opportunity to eliminate one of their division mates. Um, and here's the craziest stat that I saw today. If you look at the last 6 games between all 4 NFC South teams, let me see if I can find it because this is like a crazy stat. All right, NFC South teams. We're going to go with last 5 games. Saints 4-1, Falcons 3-2, Bucks 1-4, Panthers 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 teams that still have a chance at the playoffs are those bottom 2. It's
Yeah.
just a shame. Like literally, if the Falcons beat the Jets, they'd still be in playoff contention.
And I'm gonna put it right out here. I'm gonna put it right out here. If the Saints started Tyler Shuck from the beginning of the season, they would be in the playoffs right now.
I
That is
100% agree.
that is
So,
I'm just gonna put it like that.
and I want to say this. I completely forgot I even said this. Rico brought it up before we left for Christmas break. At the beginning of the season, I said the Panthers were going to win this division.
Did you put money
So
on it?
what?
Did you put money on it?
No, I might have at one point, but I might have withdrawn it because I was like, "Oh, this is like a bad idea." But I think I might have at one point. Anywho, I I I'm rooting for the Panthers now. I got to make my dream come true. And I don't think the Bucks deserve it, to be quite frank. They don't.
No, yeah, they really not looked good.
Like they could finish third in this division,
Which is
and they
crazy.
still
It's
have a
not a
chance
good
at the
division.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Like that's the
it's
crazy part.
ridiculous.
Um, but I think Tet's gonna have a big game. I think Rico Dowdle's gonna have a big game.
hmm
And this is Bryce Young's chance to show the world that he is a good quarterback. And I genuinely think he is. And I think the Panthers are gonna be good for a while.
So do I. I think they have a very young
Yeah.
core. Their defense is very underrated, extremely underrated. I like Dave Canales as a coach.
Yep.
He's brought that entire squad together, and I agree. I think Tet's gonna win it this year.
So we already talked about the AFC, and I didn't tell Nick that we were gonna talk about this. This wasn't part of our plan. But you know what? We already
Okay.
talked about the number one seed scenario for the AFC. The NFC is even like it's not crazier, but the there was the Saturday night game between the Seahawks and the Niners will determine the number one seed.
Yeah.
I think that
It's
game
whoever
is going
wins
to
that,
be
right?
yeah, it's whoever wins that. The Bears could still go down to the 3. They can flip with the Eagles. Um, the Bears do have the tiebreaker over the Eagles, so if they both win, the Bears get the 2. The Bears can no longer get the 1. They're either 2 or 3. The Seahawks and Niners or sorry, the Seahawks are either 1 or 5. And I think the Niners can end up dropping down to 6 if the Rams win and they
To
lose.
6?
Because the Rams are 6 right now at 11 and 5. I don't know who has the tiebreaker.
Oh, because the Niners, if they lose, would technically be the wild card team.
Yeah, the Niners are in a wild card spot right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
The
Oh, right,
Niners
because
are
the
5.
Seahawks are right.
So this brings up a whole other conversation that the Lions opened up in the offseason. They proposed a rule where the playoffs are not seeded by division winners, but by record. Because the Lions would
Like how the NBA does it.
kind of, yeah. Yeah. Yes, exactly how the NBA does it, actually. Because the Lions,
Bro was surprised that I knew ball knowledge.
I was like, wait a minute. Because I believe the Lions have the tiebreaker over the Panthers, and then they would just need to beat the Vikings. Or they don't play the Vikings, the Bears play the. No, Bears play the Lions, Packers play the Vikings.
Yes.
But the Lions would still have a shot at the playoffs if this was the scenario. Like the Packers made it, and they're 9-6-1. They're locked in the wild card spot. They're locked into the 7, actually, which means they will either play the Bears or the Packers in the first round.
hmm
Bears or the Eagles in the first round. They are the Packers. Um, just looking at this playoffs, it's gonna be so interesting. Like
I'm excited,
I
honestly.
am very excited for the playoffs
This
because
is
there's
gonna
no
be a
Chiefs. I
great
don't think the
playoffs.
Eagles are gonna make the Super Bowl. Like I'm excited for the
No,
playoffs this
neither
year.
do I.
This is gonna be so fun. Like
I genuinely think that we can have a team that's never won one before in the Jaguars.
let's see how many teams that are in right now have never won a Super Bowl.
Chargers.
There's 3 in the AFC,
Jaguars.
4 in the AFC. Jaguars, Texans,
Wait,
Chargers,
hold
Bills.
on. Oh, I was gonna...
Oh, sorry. All right, let's see. NFC. There's one team that's never won a Super Bowl in the playoffs.
in the NFC.
Mm-hmm. And the Bucks have won a Super Bowl, so they don't count.
Yeah, I know. Would you? Of course, I know that.
Just
They
saying.
had 2. Um,
Oh yeah, they have. I forgot about the Tom Brady one.
um, Panthers have never won it.
Yeah, Panthers. So as of right now, 5 of the 14 teams have never won a Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
The Bears only have 1. I think the Seahawks only have 1. Um,
Packers have a lot.
Packers have a lot. Patriots have a lot. Broncos have a lot. Steelers have a lot. Yeah, the rest of them have a lot. But I don't know. I don't want the Patriots to win just because I don't live with them, but I'm gonna be watching the Super Bowl with Matt, and I just don't feel like dealing with that, to be quite honest. Um,
Patriots fans had such a rough 5 years. Jesus Christ.
I saw someone on Twitter that was like, "Oh, you would no other fan base would have survived back-to-back 3 and 14 seasons." Try being a Giants fan.
Or a Jets fan.
I don't care about the Jets. Try being a Giants fan. At least we've had hope. That makes it worse, honestly. Having
It
hope.
does. It does.
The Jets have never had that. Not since
No.
1970.
Um, moving on. What's the
I was gonna say,
what's the
speaking of
next?
playoff implications, this Sunday night football game between the
Yes.
Steelers and the Ravens is a mid-off, if we're being quite honest. A lot of questions going into this game. Will Lamar play? Signs are pointing to no. Is this Aaron Rodgers' last NFL game? Who knows?
I'm gonna be. This is my hot take. Even if Lamar is healthy, don't play him
As the
because
Ravens?
as the Ravens, because Tyler Huntley has came into the Raiders team, it won a playoff game with them, and has proven that he can play in that quarterback position. Whatever has been happening with Lamar this season, ever since that ankle injury, ever since he has not been the same player, he has been holding them back. They needed Derrick Henry to get 4 touchdowns last week to win.
Yep. Now, listen, if he's healthy, they will play him.
I
That's the
understand
thing.
that, but I'm
But
saying strictly due to performance-based
I
stats.
completely agree. I completely agree. Um, but I think the biggest question going into this game is, will both of these coaches be fired at the end of the season? Will none of them? Will one of them? Who will get fired? I think it's going to be whoever loses this game is going to get fired.
I don't think any of them are going to get fired, to be honest.
These are the 2 longest tenured head coaches in the NFL. And at least in the Ravens case, they actually, in both cases, neither of them have been to a Super Bowl. Steelers since 2010 when they lost to the Packers, and the Ravens
Since
when they won 2013,
2011?
the Niners,
13. Yeah.
the Harbaugh Bowl. And honestly, neither of them have done anything since. The Ravens are perennial. They're both perennial chokers. So honestly, this game is just a matter of who's going to choke first.
And do you want to know why I don't think any of them are going to get fired?
Why?
Because look at the coaching market right now. If one of I don't think that in the eyes of an organization, obviously I disagree. I think that they should both go, to be honest. Mike Tomlin and Christian and I have had this debate. Mike Tomlin, yes, he's a Hall of Fame coach. In 2025, is he a good coach? No, he's not.
No.
He's not. His play call, if he makes the plays, they're not good play calling. He cannot get past a wild card round. They haven't. Hold on, I saw this stat. Do you want to know who was in office when the Steelers won their last playoff game?
It's Obama, I'm going to assume.
Obama's first term.
Yeah. So that's probably 2010, if I had to guess. Wait, when they
2010.
last won a playoff game?
Won their playoff game, yeah.
It was the year they went to the Super Bowl, right?
I think so.
Yeah, 2010. That's insane.
14 years or 15 years without winning a playoff game in any other organization. Why is he still there?
I agree. I think he has a better chance of getting fired than Harbaugh does.
Then I agree.
But I think that Harbaugh, like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the Ravens this year. Obviously, Lamar's not playing well, but I think it's something more than that. And I think both of these teams just need a change. I think both of them should be fired. And you know what? I said this to Nick before. I'll take Harbaugh as the Giants head coach. I don't think I'd take Tomlin, at least right now. I'd consider Harbaugh. I'd be okay with that. But I just think that both of these teams need a regime change. Like, uh, since I've never known either of these teams without these head coaches.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I mean, I've been watching football a lot longer than you. Like, it's just like you like it's just insane. Like, Mike Tomlin became the Steelers head coach, I think, in 2005, the year that I was born.
20 years.
I think maybe it was 2006, but I'm pretty sure since started watching football in 2013 ish. I've known Mike Tomlin as the Steelers head coach, and I've known John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh. I always get them confused.
John.
John
No.
Harbaugh. I don't know.
John.
I've known him as the Ravens head coach. Um, and I don't think that there's any other coach that I could say that about. I vaguely remember Andy Reid.
John. Sorry.
I vaguely remember Andy Reid with the Eagles. I think that he left in like 2013. Um, and I think that's like obviously Bill Belichick before he left. And I really think that's it.
And in terms of longest tenured coaches, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they are the 2 longest tenured. Now
Which, if none of them get fired, if both of them get fired, if either one gets fired, whatever the decision is, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny on it, and there's
mhm,
going to be a lot of press on it.
yeah,
So the organizations in themselves are going to have to play this a little strategically, because also, if you fire one of them, then you know that, and this is why I think that neither of them are getting fired. Would you rather keep the coach you have now and take a chance at a new coach, or fire the coach and then let the said coach go to one of your competitors?
yeah,
Since they've been the longest tenured.
yeah. Um, I was talking to Colin before, and he brought up a very good point. What do talking about, like, their competition is another in-division coach. What do the Browns do with Kevin Stefanski? Because
They
he's a
fire him.
coach.
They fire him. They
He's a
fire him.
good coach.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
He
he's
is a
not.
really good coach
No, he's
on
not.
really bad team.
No, he's not.
Why? Why not?
He he I don't understand what his disconnect with Shador is. His QB decision making, his roster decision making is next to a sandbag.
He
You cannot listen, his in terms of strictly game prep and you know
he never
the
had the opportunity to start a good quarterback other than Baker
he
Mayfield,
had Baker.
and they made the playoffs.
Yes, and I don't know if that was just because of Kevin Stefanski.
He
Like
had
what
a real quarterback, and, like, he I listen, I'm not saying Shador's bad, I think he's actually playing really well, but this is another team where maybe a regime change is needed, but I think he's a really good coach, and he's
I don't
just
think he's a really good coach.
I think
I
he's a
think
really
he's
good coach.
I think he's a middle of the road coach. I think I think that if he goes to a team like, would I be happy if he, let's say this, would I be happy if he goes to the Giants? Yes.
Yeah, I would be very happy if he went
I
to the
and
Giants.
and in my opinion, if in his first season, I believe that we will get to the playoffs and we may win a playoff game because we have the team now. We just need the coach. My problem with him is that he cannot. Maybe it's just with Shador, but every single QB he's had other than Baker, I feel like he's just missing Baker because he has not formed a connection with them. We've seen this season specifically that he is just ignoring Shador in his progress. And we don't need that for Jackson Dart if he comes to the Giants.
I don't think he is. This is that I blame the GM for drafting 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, I don't think that's.
That's
I
not
mean,
I
listen,
don't blame that on
I think Stefanski has a part in it. I don't know if that was his final say, but
I don't think, like, a lot of teams, the GM takes control and says who to start, who not to start, and I'd be willing to give Stefanski a chance as
I would too.
anybody's head coach. I think he's a good head coach that got
M-
placed in a bad situation after Baker left.
which was horrible. You give Deshaun Watson all that money for him never to see the field,
Yeah.
but that's regardless of the situation. Which I'm not blaming that on Stefanski. I in terms of play calling, in terms of decision making, in terms of what a head coach does, regardless of player development and all that, I think he makes good decisions. And I think he needs to go to a team where he doesn't need to make player decisions. I think he needs to go to a team such as the Giants
Who
that you
already
have the
have those
player
decisions made for him.
right.
And I
Exactly.
think he will strive in that type of situation, which is why
I agree. I agree
I
with
think the
that. I
Browns
agree.
should fire him. They need
No,
a
I agree.
change. And I think the Giants, that's a very good candidate to hire.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows where that's going to go. We're definitely going to talk about it more in future episodes,
Mm-hmm.
especially as we get closer to the end of the season and when the coaching vacancies are open, when they can sign. This is going to be a very hot topic, especially for us as Giants fans this
Mm-hmm.
offseason. And I'm honestly excited. I love the Day Bowl, but something needed to change, and I'm excited to see. We have a good team now, and I'm excited to see where.
I'm still riding on the train that it was the coordinators and not Dable, but
Oh, I 100%
that's
believe that it was
beside
the
the point.
coordinators, but it's you need a new face. I get it was the coordinators, but sometimes the whole thing needs to go. Joe Shane's the last piece that needs to go, in my opinion.
Yes, 100%.
I don't think he will this year though.
No, he won't.
So Nick and I the other day, I think it was yesterday,
Yesterday.
we got lunch, and I was just thinking we were talking about the Sunday night game and Brock Purdy. And I was like, why don't we talk about
Because
this on
this
the
is what
pod?
happens when Christian and I hang out. We just start talking about, we just
Yeah.
start shooting the shit about football.
So, and I was like, we had this full 30-minute conversation. I'm like, why don't we do this on the podcast? So what we're going to do is we're going to go division by division, and we're going to talk about if you are starting a team from scratch, would you rather have blank or Brock Purdy if you're starting a team from scratch?
And let me preface this.
Yes.
I love Brock Purdy.
I do not.
Christian hates him.
I don't hate him. He's growing on me. He has played extremely well this year. But remember, we are not talking about how they've played this year. We're talking about how we think they are going to continue to play as this time goes on, let's say in the next 5 or 10 years.
Okay.
If you want success
Because then that differs from our conversation because we were saying performance-based currently. So my answers will change.
Okay. Who would you rather have for the next 5 to 10 years to have a successful team? We're going to go by division, and some guys we're not going to talk about as much as others because obviously,
like
who would
Patrick
you rather
Mahomes
have?
is going to be
Yes, exactly.
right.
Or Josh Allen or Brock Purdy. Exactly.
I'd rather Brock Purdy.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the AFC North. We're going to get the nose out of the way. I'm taking Brock Purdy over Aaron Rodgers, and I'm taking Brock Purdy over Shador / Dylan Gabriel as of right now. Obviously Dylan Gabriel, but Shador as of right now. And I think at least I can. I'm pretty sure Nick can too.
Are we going by division?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think we could both safely say that we'd rather have Joe Burrow over Brock Purdy.
Yes.
Now, this is where I think we differed. You said this before. I would take Lamar in a heartbeat. What do you?
I said Lamar.
I thought you said Purdy. Okay. Maybe it was Colin.
I would take Lamar in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? AFC North's done. I think that those two are significantly better than Brock Purdy, and the other two are significantly worse than Brock Purdy.
Yes.
So
this is why I like talking about. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
this is why I like talking about Brock Purdy because he is a perfect example of a middle of the road quarterback with a massive upside.
Yes, he has an extremely high ceiling.
Right. And I just want to point out, if I'm correct, I'm almost positive he is the only QB this season, I don't know if past seasons, to have back-to-back 5 total touchdown.
Yeah. No, he's been playing really well lately. He always shows up in primetime. I've noticed that. He's a very good player in primetime games. But going to the AFC East.
He's like Kirko.
We're going to talk. Okay. Josh Allen, obviously over Brock Purdy. Tyrod Taylor, obviously I'm taking Brock Purdy.
Obviously Purdy.
I'm taking Purdy over Tua or Quinn Ewers or whoever they have at this point. Drake. Jesus. Drake May. I'm taking. He's MVP candidate. Are you serious right now?
No, I'm taking Drake May.
Okay, good.
I'm taking
Good.
Drake May.
Yeah, it's Drake May over Purdy. So those two divisions were easy. There's some where we're gonna like I think
There's some where
the
we're going to spend a
AFC
decent amount of
South,
time on because
the AFC South is one that we spent a good amount of time on. So, as of right now, I'm taking Brock Purdy over Cam Ward.
Yes.
That's really close though. For the next 5 to 10 years, that's close.
No, I don't think it's that close.
I think Cam Ward's going to develop into a really good quarterback.
I do too, but for the next 5 years, I don't think so.
Daniel Jones, I'm taking Brock Purdy.
I'm taking Brock Purdy. You need I want to see if this season was a fluke or
yes, not. Exactly. Now these two we had real conversations on. I think Trevor Lawrence is better. I love Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence is an insanely good quarterback.
And this is the thing. I think he's had too much hate.
Yeah. Oh my God. He's had way too much hate.
If you actually look at the stats, he's only had really one season where he was below par.
And he was injured a lot, I think, during that year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think Trevor Lawrence is a phenomenal quarterback. And I think he's borderline top 10. Oh, okay. You know what? While we're talking about this, I want to talk about something right now.
Yeah.
MVP odds right now. I'm not going to say who I think should win it. Matthew Stafford. It's the odds. Obviously, Drake May and Stafford are 1 and 2. The next 8, it's such a crazy combination of players. Like to round out the top 10. So obviously, Drake May and Stafford are 1 and 2. Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams are tied for 3rd.
Okay.
Herbert and Josh Allen are tied for 5th.
Okay.
7, you got Darnold. 8, you got Bo Nix. 9, you got McCaffrey. 10, you got CJ Stroud. That is such a weird list. If you ask me to predict the top 10 in MVP predictions,
I will not be giving you that.
And you know what? I'll give you this. McCaffrey, Stroud, JSN, and Jalen Hurts are all the same odds.
Okay.
This is the craziest top 10 I've seen in a very long time. Like, I don't even know what to say.
That
is an insane top 10. And you know what? Both of these players that we're comparing to Brock Purdy right now, we're going to talk about Stroud next, are in this top 10.
Really?
Yeah, Stroud's number 10.
Oh,
and
right.
Herbert's number 5.
Yes, okay.
And I don't even, not Herbert, Trevor Lawrence is number 3, is what I meant to say. But Trevor Lawrence is having an incredible season that I feel like people are just now starting to realize now that there's talks about them getting the number 1 seed. Like he had, honestly, looking at these stats, there it is. It's the 9 rushing touchdowns he has, which he's never done before. He has a not great touchdown to interception ratio, 26-12. And then he's probably going to reach 4,000 yards this week. He's at 37.52. So he needs 248 yards.
Doable.
That's doable. Against the Titans.
I think I also want to point out Caleb Williams, he's 270.
Yep.
I believe to become the first Bears quarterback of all time to reach 4,000 yards.
In the regular season. I always point this out. I saw something the other day. It was like Jay Cutler had like 4,007, including the playoffs. But no, Trevor Lawrence has been a really good quarterback this year, and I think he's just going to continue to develop with. I think he needed a head coach. Liam Cohen has been a really good coach.
I love Liam Cohen.
I do too. I love Liam.
We'll talk about Liam Cohen when we talk about Coach of the Year. But you know what I think? Do you want to know what I think changed Trevor Lawrence's game this year? And you pointed out just now.
What?
It's the rushing upside.
Yeah, I don't know where this came from.
He had a rushing upside.
Well, obviously,
in college, he did.
Yes.
When he gets in the NFL, Urban Meyer doesn't use him. Whoever the head coach was after was
Doug Peterson,
really
I think, was. Or no, Doug Peterson was before. Maybe it might have been Doug Peterson.
I think it was Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
They didn't utilize. Obviously,
no.
He's getting design runs. He's using his legs. He's a big guy and he's fast. He can make plays. That's why he was drafted number 1 overall. Why not use those skills?
Yeah, and I don't know. Back to our conversation. I think he's a lot better than Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were talking about that.
Um,
Yes, he is, bro.
and I would rather have him in the next 5 years rather than Brock Purdy.
Yes.
I think this was our first one where we had some disagreement yesterday in CJ Stroud.
Hmm.
I
Okay, so
said,
since you switched up the criteria, I'm switching my answer from CJ Stroud. I'm picking Brock Purdy for the next 5 years.
let me look at Stroud's stats this year to see how he may develop. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm taking Brock Purdy. He has under 3,000. How many games did Stroud play this year? Because I think he was hurt for a little while.
He was, but Brock Purdy was hurt for longer.
That is true. Stroud had 1, 2, 3, 4, 13 games. You know what? Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm taking Brock Purdy. 13 games, you have 18 passing
Hold on,
touchdowns,
13 games. How many yards does he have?
28-72.
Okay, Brock Purdy has played a full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. So 5 less games. 2,040 yards.
Yeah, so 800 less yards. So honestly, that adds up. How many yards does Purdy average per game? Does it say?
It does not say.
No, I'll check. But no, I think Purdy's better than Stroud.
I agree. And my reasoning is that if you were to put Purdy in, and this is what
Yeah,
my
Purdy
this is
averages
what my thinking is.
255. Stroud averages 220.
That's a big difference.
And in those less games, Purdy has 2 more passing touchdowns. He has more interceptions, by like 1, but he has 3 more rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
No, Purdy I think is better than Stroud. I think it's closer than we're making it seem, but I think Purdy's.
It is closer, but if I was the GM, I would pick Purdy. And this is what I was telling Christian. When Purdy got drafted, when he makes those playoff runs, when he gets those wins, every single narrative is, oh, he's a system QB. Oh, he can't make those throws. I was actually sending Christian a reel on Instagram today. Brock Purdy makes throws that a system QB cannot. He makes throws that Jalen Hurts, which we will talk about later, cannot make. He can't make. And Jalen was drafted in the first round, and Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
It is 2 wildly different criteria for a quarterback, and people still believe Brock Purdy is worse than Jalen Hurts, when this season I don't think so.
We will get to that. I hate Jalen Hurts more than I don't like Brock Purdy, so I might be a little biased in what I'm going to say later, but we'll get to it. In the AFC West, Herbert's better.
Yes.
Mahomes is better.
Yes.
Geno Smith is not.
Geno Smith is the best quarterback on the planet.
What do you think about Bo Nix?
I'm picking Brock. Developing over the next 5 years? That's a great question. Who are you picking?
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Bo Nix thrives with the team that he has, playing where he does. Ball travels farther.
Is it that noticeable of a difference, though?
Yeah, think about like in the MLB, how much farther home runs are than anywhere else.
Yeah, but a baseball is much smaller than a football.
It's the.
And to be fair, baseball is heavy. Nah,
it's probably close to the same weight, but
yeah,
it's I think it has to do with like the aerodynamics and stuff, but it definitely contributes to it.
Yeah.
The air is thinner, so a ball doesn't travel farther. He has thrown 11 interceptions this year. He doesn't run as much this year. Like, I think that was just like a rookie year thing.
Yeah.
He averages 20 or 19 yards a game. He has 5 rushing touchdowns, but that's a good amount, but not to the point where I'd rather have him over Purdy. And I don't think he's going to develop well, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't know why.
I agree. And in the organization with Sean Payton, I think that's the coach that he really needs. I don't think
really he's going to be there for much longer.
Really?
I think he might
If
retire
they,
sooner than you think.
well, yeah, retiring, yeah.
But yeah, I'm taking Brock Purdy over Bo Nix. Not that's honestly to me that's closer than Stroud or
Stroud,
Lawrence.
and I agree.
Moving on to the AFC North. This was our big topic of conversation yesterday. We asked my dad and Colin. I'm going to save him for last. He's not. I'm taking Brock Purdy over JJ.
Yep. 9, excuse you.
I am not taking him over Jared Goff.
Over the next 5 years, I'm taking Purdy.
Listen, we said this yesterday as well. Give them the exact same team.
I'm taking
Same.
Purdy.
I'm taking Goff.
Because listen, Goff is still relatively young. I think he's only 30 now, 31 maybe.
Probably, yeah.
But Purdy is younger. He has more of a rushing upside.
He's having Jared Goff's having a down season and is second in the league in passing touchdowns.
No, him and Matthew Stafford are pretty much the same quarterback.
And look at how long Matthew Stafford played well for.
Well, now he's 37, and now he's in the MVP conversation.
Exactly. I'm taking Jared Goff.
But the thing that's going to get me over the hump is his rushing upside. Brock Purdy runs, and if I'm a GM in that situation, yes, a pocket passer would be phenomenal. But if I can get both, I'm taking the rushing.
Let's
upside.
say that the team that they're on is a situation where they don't have to run. Like, let's say Brock Purdy was on the Lions, he'd be running a lot less.
I don't know.
And Brock Purdy
because the Niners have Christian McCaffrey, one of the best running backs in the league.
And Brock Purdy doesn't run that much.
He runs enough.
He has 15. He gets 16
to make
yards,
a noticeable
16 yards per game.
That's noticeable. He gets rushing.
I think this is recency bias. He doesn't get rushing touchdowns.
Well, he's had 3,
and 2 of them were last game. This is recency bias. This is recency bias.
Well, I'm looking at his stats right now. He had 17, 13. Then in the Arizona game, he had -7, which I don't even know how that's possible. 16, 4, 44, 11, and 28.
Yeah, but that 44, was it a big rush? Like, was it one big run? 2 carries for 28 yards in the third quarter.
Yeah, but who cares if it was for a big rush? Is Jared Goff doing that? No.
No, because he doesn't have to, because he has Sonic and Knuckles.
But maybe he could be Tails, bro. It could be a 3-way. That's pause.
Whoa. That's where I draw the line. But no, even in a down year, Jared Goff is 3rd in passing yards per game, 3rd in passing yards.
Honestly, I'm Jared Goff.
That's
Jared Goff. He has more ball security.
And I think he's going to have more longevity. Because that's the other thing. If he runs more, he's not going to have the longevity that someone that doesn't run. Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford made careers off of not running, and they're both still in the league. And Tom Brady as well.
And Tom Brady, yeah.
Whereas you look at guys like
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
No, because they're still. No, I'm more saying like. Well, I'm not going to say that because his career got cut short for other reasons.
Andrew Luck.
Michael Vick. But I know, just you see it in running backs a lot. Like, they do not have the longevity because they get battered and bruised the entire game. And a quarterback that runs a lot, that's going to happen. How many concussions did Jackson Dart have this year? Like 4? Like, this is going to happen to quarterbacks that run. Jared Goff doesn't do that, and I think he's going to be around for a while. So that's why I'm picking Jared Goff. Now, Jordan Love. I'll let you go first.
Brock Purdy.
Why?
I saw this on Instagram the other day. So, Jordan Love is, at his worst, an extremely bad quarterback. like, if he, in his off games, he will almost get you 0 points on the board.
Yeah. I'm looking at the
At
stats right now. I'm starting to lean towards the Brock Purdy.
At Brock Purdy's worst, I don't think he's the same rate at which he fails. In my personal opinion, Brock Purdy has a higher floor and a much higher ceiling than Jordan Love.
I wouldn't say a much higher ceiling, but I do agree with the floor.
The most amount of touchdowns in a game that Jordan Love has gotten this year is
4.
3. 4. No.
4.
Huh?
He had 4 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
4. 3 weeks ago. His decision making is not all there. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 interceptions and
23
2
touchdowns.
fumbles. And that's not that bad. But 23 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. That's an extremely good ratio. However, my point is that if I want a quarterback that can go out and win me games, I don't want to have to worry if Jordan Love forgets how to play football, which Brock Purdy has really not shown that happens to him.
Listen, I'm starting to lean towards...
And consistency is how you win games.
I'm starting to lean towards the Brock Purdy side, but I do still like Jordan Love a lot. And I think that this is closer than at least you're making it seem, but I'm going to give it to Brock Purdy right now. At least for now. But I think this could change.
In terms of, fantasy is not how we judge players.
It's how you judge players.
No, I'm just saying usually higher fantasy points correlate to better games.
Taysom Hill.
Which is true. He had a great game 2 weeks ago.
Doesn't make him a good player. He's an interesting player. He's an effective player.
I would say Taysom Hill's a good player. I don't agree with that.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying that he's a good player for what he's needed for, but he's not.
Which makes him a good player. You just proved my point.
I think he makes too much money. I don't think he should be making money.
That wasn't the conversation.
Yes, but usually more money correlates to good player. In this situation, I don't think it does.
Okay.
Also, hang on.
Sorry.
Malik Willis, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have a market for him in the offseason.
I think he should be the starting quarterback for a team. 100%.
He's looked really good. It's time somebody gives him a chance.
He's relatively young too, right?
Yeah. He got drafted 23, I want to say. 22, maybe.
Yeah, okay, so 3 years in the league.
Yeah, he is very young.
I'm picking Brock Purdy.
Over Jordan Love, I'll give it to him right now. I'll give it to him.
Over the course of 5 years, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Moving on to the South Division of the NFC. I think we talked about this. I don't think I'd take any of them over Brock Purdy. Maybe Bryce Young, but other than that, I don't think I'd...
You wouldn't take Baker?
No, I would not take Baker. In the next 5 years, I would not take Baker.
I would take Baker.
Honestly, him and Purdy are
He's not that old. He's 31.
No, I'm not saying he's old. Him and Purdy are actually very similar quarterbacks. Baker has more of...
I love Baker. He just got...
I love Baker too. But I don't know. This is really close.
Over the next of the 5... that's actually a really good question.
Baker has temper issues.
But that's what makes him great. He's not losing a game over those temper issues.
No, I know. I agree.
He's winning a game over those temper issues. I would take Baker. The issue is if I take Brock Purdy or Bryce Young.
Right now, I'm taking Purdy. Bryce Young needs
Do you want to know what I saw on Instagram about Bryce Young that I wanted to tell you about?
What?
and I think this is the perfect example of him. Bryce Young is the Tom Brady of Jordan Loves. He can either
Yes. I agree with that statement.
He can either be the best quarterback of that week,
or the
AKA
worst quarterback you've ever seen play a football game.
Or the most brain-dead brain-eating amoeba quarterback I have ever seen.
Yeah, that is an accurate way to describe him.
So
I think he just needs to prove himself a little more before I see if he's better
but
than
in
Brock
5
Purdy.
years, I think I'm taking Brock Purdy.
I think if you gave Baker the same weapons that you give Jesus. If you give Brock Purdy the same weapons that you give Baker, Brock Purdy's having a 5,000-yard season.
Yeah, but did Baker have a 5,000-yard season?
I think he did. But I don't. But in the next 5 years, I think Jesus Christ, they're both the B names are messing me up. There's B's and K's in both names. It's just messing me up. I don't know. I just have like this gut.
He is nowhere close to 5,000 yards.
Not this year. I think last year he did.
This year he is 3,500.
What do you have last year?
I'm looking.
You're close to 5,000. Because 1,000 always goes to Mike Evans, who, by the way, needs 660 yards to keep his streak alive.
He will. How the hell do I see this?
Come on, man. It's not that hard.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. Hold on.
But I could find it faster.
Hello?
But I could find it faster.
Hello? No,
I got it. He had 4,500.
I literally just pulled it up.
The year before that, 4,044. Yeah, so I don't know.
I'd rather Baker. I think you're underplaying the longevity that I think Baker has.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still going Brock right now. It's really close though, honestly.
He's 30.
Yeah, no, I know.
He's young.
Yeah, I know how old he is. I'd rather have Brock. I think Brock is going to develop better. And obviously I'm not taking Tyler Shuck or...
Oh, you're not?
No. Or Kirk Cousins or... I almost said Malik Willis. What is wrong with me right now?
Michael Penix.
Michael Penix, yes. I am aware of who I'm talking about now.
Kirko Chains for the gold. Dude, I love...
in prime time.
Me and Christian got new microphones. So we're playing around with them.
Where were we? We finished the South.
So what's next? Is that it?
No, we have 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
So, give me Dak.
Mm-hmm. This.
Give me JD5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking Jackson Dart yet.
Yes, thank you. I was worried that you were going to say Jackson Dart.
Yet.
For the next 5 years, no, because I want someone that's already a little bit developed.
Yet. Talk to me next year. Jalen Hurts.
No, Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Jalen Hurts is the definition of a system quarterback. He can barely pass for 200.
I will not get over this. He had 0 passing yards in the second half of last week.
He's like, if you're looking at betting sites, he's usually projected the same amount of yards as like Max Brosmer. I think they were projecting almost the same amount of yards. And Max Brosmer has not gotten more than 53 passing yards in the game.
He's a system quarterback.
He's a system quarterback at his
He doesn't know how to throw the ball.
And he's in MVP conference. Oh, he's the best. No, he's not.
He's not.
He benefits off the system and the really good wide receivers he has.
And honestly, when we're talking about last year, yeah, he was good last year. He had Saquon, who had the best career of his life.
Push merchant. I hate Jalen Hurts. He's not a
So
good
do I.
quarterback, and everybody
So
glazes
do
him.
I.
And oh my god, I hate him so much. And the tush push sucks. It needs to be
They should
banned,
ban it.
especially after the twice this year. A very clear fumble. But it's the tush push. Shut the fuck up.
And here's I was against banning the tush push before the start of this year. The fact is not the play. The fact is the officiating. The
They
fact is
don't
that the
know how to
refs cannot
officiate it.
officiate the play. If a refs cannot officiate a play, the play should not
They
be
don't know
in
how
the
to
game.
officiate it because you can't see what's going on.
If the refs come back in the start of next season and say, okay, we actually and consistently call the tush push on a game to game basis, then I'll say keep it. But if they can't, then get rid of it.
This is why the Eagles use the tush push, because they know there is no way to officiate it because you cannot see the ball.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way of seeing the ball at the bottom of that pile. It's insane to me that this is still around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate the Eagles. I hate Jalen Hurts. I hate everything about them.
Moving on.
I gotta move on before I crash out even more. The NFC West, the last division. In the next 5 years, I'm taking Brock Purdy over Matthew Stafford, only because I think Stafford's going to retire in the next 5 years.
He's going to retire.
If we're talking about only this year, obviously I'm taking Stafford.
Yeah.
I'm taking Purdy over Kyler.
Yeah.
I want you to go first. I'm still thinking about Sam Darnold.
No, I'm taking Brock Purdy over Sam Darnold.
Again, they're the same quarterback. It's the same situation.
Okay, no. Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold are the same.
They are
not C.J. Stroud, not Jordan Love.
They are the
same.
exact same quarterback, and that's why this decision is so hard. In the next 5 years, if you give Brock Purdy JSN, I think he's going to do.
No, I don't know.
No, I don't. Because we saw how Darnold performed last year with the Vikings, and now look at Justin Jefferson.
I'm picking Sam Darnold. We're locking in Sam Darnold. I'm going to take Sam Darnold. He had back-to-back 13-win seasons.
I was scared to say it. I'm taking Sam Darnold.
I'm taking Sam. I'm sorry, Brock. I love you, Brock. I'm sorry.
Brock Purdy's growing on me, but I don't know. I'm taking Sam Darnold right now. And with that, that's every team and Brock Purdy.
Did we talk about the Bears?
I kind of just skipped over it because Caleb was obvious. No, we didn't.
Caleb.
We didn't talk about it as much as we probably should have, if we're being honest.
I mean, I'm taking Caleb.
I'm taking Caleb as well. Caleb looked really good this year, and I think he's going to develop really well with Ben Johnson as his head coach. And now, with that, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our first non-fantasy football episode. Next, he's going to learn "Run Around" by Blues Traveler. If you've never heard it, go look it up. Nick's going to learn that. But no, we hope you guys enjoyed this new type of video for us. We were excited about making it. This is the most excited we've been for a podcast in a while. And then next week we're going to be in Florida. We're going to be on the beach. We're going to have Landon. We might have another guest. We're going to be doing these playoff predictions. And it's going to be really fun. And after
Thank you,
that,
everybody, for watching.
we're going to have, it's a new era for the Beyond the Bench podcast. And we hope you all stay around and join us on the new journey we're going to take. And congratulations to anyone who won a fantasy championship.
Oh, won their championships. I hope we could help you.
Yeah.
We did not, so.
Yeah. So, hope everybody has a happy, safe New Year. And we will see you guys next week from Florida.